When the chips are down and democracy's back is up against the wall, two radio veterans step up to the microphone to right the wrongs, standing for truth, justice, and just because. To say what needs to be said. It's John and Gordy on 92.7 WMDX.
WMDX 92.7, John and Gordy in the morning. It is a regular, actually a pretty nice morning.
Yeah.
We've had pretty boring weather, and I'm loving every second of it. I mean, this is fantastic weather, isn't it?
Right, yeah. Happy Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
good. It's nice.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It's not-
Rise and shine.
It's not a happy Monday.
Shaking
No, I mean,
like- what?
we're just lucky to be here again. Each and every day, we're lucky to be a country. My God, this thing is just a disaster. What an S show. I'm sorry. This is just beyond my comprehension. I've never seen anything like this. And,
Okay.
you know, these guys out there, those megas, there's got to be a point at which they say, this has got to be the line that I can't step over.
Yeah, not
You
yet.
know?
Apparently
No?
not. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wow, you're coming in hot this morning, huh?
No.
Good.
Well, you and I were talking
Yeah.
about the Packer game, and that got me
Right.
started.
Oh, I know.
That
yeah.
got me started.
What a game that was last
Yeah,
night.
what a great game.
I
Wow.
watched the whole thing.
Oh,
and
that's
then,
fantastic.
To walk away disappointed at the end at 11:15 when I'm ready to pass out.
What? You mean you don't like tie scores?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You
I don't-
spent all
nobody-
that time watching a damn game, and they cut
Yeah.
it off
Yeah,
as a
and then
tie score.
Yeah, and then at the end of the game, it's all hugs and kisses between the teams. Oh, that was a battle. Oh, we both lost, but we both won. It's like, oh, come on. Give me a break.
That's BS.
It is BS. Why don't they just have the two quarterbacks come out and arm wrestle or something for
Yeah.
the final point?
Well,
or
let's do
just
that.
do something. Just flip a coin. I don't care.
Rock, paper, scissors. That's what I've
Rock,
been saying.
paper,
Doing rock, paper,
scissors.
scissors.
But what a game, though. I mean, 9 lead changes, just back and forth all night long.
Yeah.
40-40. Yeah.
Well, it's tough playing.
That was the final.
It's tough playing Dallas because they have that one star out of our American flag on their helmets. What can you do?
Well, it's
I mean,
the lone-
they're America's team. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this-
Lone Star State. That's them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not from the flag; it's from their flag.
That's right. Yeah, well. But,
Yeah.
it was a great game, except the ending. So
And as I mentioned, you spend all that time watching a damn game.
Right.
All that time. You go into overtime. You've got hopes. And then they stop the game because they made some arbitrary rules saying, well, just one overtime, that's it.
yeah, that's all.
Why?
That's all you get.
All the people
I
that
don't
drove to the stadium to see this game, and they all got stung.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a huge disappointment. I hate these rules, these ridiculous, stupid rules. Play until you win. That's why you play the game.
Okay. Right. Yes. Okay.
I'm done.
Are
Yeah,
you?
I don't know.
Well,
This football thing has got me angry.
Should we go to the phones? Matt is on the line from Middleton.
I blame Trump for this.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
Matt, go ahead.
Good morning, Matt.
Morning, guys. Yes, it is Trump's fault that they tied last night.
See?
I blame him for everything. but I had to call, though. Happy Monday. I think we need to let the government shut down. Screw these MAGA.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let it. People voted to have it all burn and crash.
Right.
Let it burn and crash. They need to learn the lesson. Let the farmers go bankrupt. Why do farmers get socialism while the rest of us get rugged capitalism? Lift yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
Republicans are always messing the farmers up and then giving them bailouts with the socialism.
I mean, it
Why
was.
should only left-leaning Democrats get fired and lose their livelihood while we bail out farmers who
Yeah.
voted to have it all burned down.
That's
Let
right.
them burn.
They voted for this. This is their thing. Oh, they didn't see it coming. They didn't believe he'd do something like this. Oh, yeah. All the excuses. Sorry about that, right, man? I mean, this is it. We're giving them all the money. We're giving them the tariff money that we have put tariffs in to prevent these imports of food and exports of food. This is ridiculous. I don't even know what are we doing?
$20 billion to Argentina. What do I care what happens in Argentina? People are really stupid.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Me too. Me too.
Matt?
I'm done.
Okay.
But have a good day.
All right.
Matt.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Matt.
see, and we're going to have a great day.
Yeah,
now.
see, the Republicans they have the House, they have the Senate, they have the White House, they have Supreme Court, they have all the power, and now they're blaming the Democrats for the shutdown. Okay, really?
Right. And not only that, but it's fun to hear Trump say, you know what, if there's a shutdown, I'm firing everybody that I think should not be paid. You know, they do have to pay some of these people to stay on. All the people that aren't going to stay on because they got to keep the government running a little bit. All those people, they're not just going to get laid off or, put off for a few months or weeks or days. They're fired completely. This is his threat. This is what he's holding over the Democrats.
Right.
No, he's holding it over Americans. And these are people with jobs and families and bills to pay, and he wants to fire them permanently because that's how he negotiates with the Democrats. This is brutal stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what are we talking about?
All right. Well, did you have a good weekend? I went to Portobello Friday night just because.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. I haven't
know
been
it's
there.
gorgeous.
I haven't been there in 20 or 30 years. I mean, and it was so great to go there. And, the rumor is that they're shutting down, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah, for a big apartment complex.
I asked the server about that. What's the deal with them shutting down? Oh, no, that's just a rumor. Yeah. I'm like, really?
Okay. They're at the mercy of the city.
I guess, but no, they're just saying they were very tight-lipped about it. They weren't going to say anything. Of course,
I think you just got to keep Portobello open.
Oh man,
this will bring a lot of business to Portobello.
Place.
Just talking about the fact that they might go away.
Stuff.
There's the courtyard. Were you in the courtyard or were you inside?
The courtyard all set up, but nobody was out there.
Yeah.
And actually, they'd taken the chairs in, and it wasn't that late. I don't know why they didn't have the courtyard going. Maybe they just didn't have enough servers.
But there's an ambiance inside Portobello.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's like stepping into a time zone.
I know.
that doesn't exist anymore. It was out there maybe 50 years ago.
I know. It's such a beautiful place.
It is.
What? Okay. We had a call, but we lost the call. Yeah. All right. Anyway. So that's what I did.
So what did you have? An Italian dish of some sort?
I just had some appetizers and then was drinking heavily. Passed out at the table. They had to haul me out. No, it isn't. Well, but it was.
That's why we don't go out to dinner. I always have to carry him out to his car.
Some things never change. So now and then Saturday night I was driving, because I live downtown, so I'm driving around a little bit. All these people dressed in banana suits.
No,
I mean,
really?
I mean, a couple of hundred of them, at least.
Yeah.
Dressed in banana suits. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And Dom, you saw some of this too, right?
We went to the Stuffed Olive Saturday night, and they were also just there, just walking around. And I was like, did I miss a...
Students, mainly.
Yeah, and I was wondering, what's going on? I need to know what is going on.
We looked it up this morning. The Banana Bar Crawl is what it's called, and it's a nationwide, it's like a promotional thing. So these different bars sign up to do it, and then they offer discounts if you're dressed in the banana suit.
Wow.
But they hand out the banana. So they were like identical banana suits walking all over the place. It was very weird. I thought, oh boy, did I have too much to drink?
Well,
What's going on?
I kind of regret getting rid of my banana costume now.
You had a banana costume?
I did have a banana costume. I thought, what an unusual thing to walk around in.
Yeah.
It's like a crescent moon.
Right.
And which I also liked. but the banana costume, I guess, was fine. You know, with the Savannah bananas, you would think that would be the costume to wear there as well.
Yeah. Well, it was just very weird to see all these everybody walking around.
I wish I had seen that.
Yeah.
I'll have to drive around town a little bit more.
Well, apparently there's another one coming up in November.
November 9th, I think. Yeah.
Ooh,
that
remind me of this.
I will remind you. Yeah.
I have to go.
Yes.
Right.
I might buy a banana suit and join. You know, that's how awesome it was.
Yeah, I think you buy the tickets online, and there were, I don't know, a dozen or so bars that were involved in the promotion. So yeah. So it was a good deal. You walk around, you get, free drinks or whatever. Or,
I'm surprised,
or discount drinks.
They wouldn't have something like the cow costume, right?
Right.
Those became very big, very popular, and they're still very popular, oddly.
Yeah.
And that dinosaur suit. I don't know if you guys know. It's just like this big dinosaur suit everyone wears. Everyone buys it. It's just a big onesie.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I'll buy it and I'll bring it in. But
it's giant.
It's huge. Yes.
Yeah? I mean, it goes way over your head, right? And you walk around in it.
Maybe you might know what I'm talking about.
I think I've seen one of those.
Yeah, they're popular.
Yeah. Tom, did you have a good weekend?
I did, man. Yeah. I had my anniversry with my girlfriend, my 3-year anniversary.
Wow.
3 years?
Really?
3 years, yes.
Man,
we went to,
you started going out with her when you were 15?
No, when I was 8 or 19. And yeah, it was really fun. We went to the melting pot. It was good. We ate some raw food. It was great.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do we have time for raw food?
That's always nice to have raw food.
Yeah. Do we have time for Would You Rather? I think we do.
Yes, we do.
All right. Buckle up. It's time to choose your own destiny. This is Would You Rather.
All right. Let's get this out of the way. First question: Would you rather read the book or watch the movie? That's anything. Would you rather read the book or watch the movie?
I like the movie version.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll go with that too.
I think I would. Yeah, I think that's an easy one across the board. Yeah.
Okay.
Never been a big book reader.
Well, okay, that's one reason to see the movie, but
all right. Second question.
Yeah.
Would you rather show up to a job interview with stained pants or pit stains?
What kind of question is this?
They're both
It's
terrible.
a no-win question.
yeah.
I think I would do pit stains.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I think so.
Might as well look nervous for the interview.
Right.
True, yeah,
That's
good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
that's all I got.
That's
Very
it?
easy. Yeah.
You
very
don't have a
simple.
bonus question because we all agreed on the first two? You should have a bonus question.
Which one? Okay. What?
No, he's making it up.
Okay,
now.
never
Yeah.
mind.
Portobello
Okay.
or stuffed olive? I don't know.
What?
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right.
Okay.
By the way, I'm looking into seeing the movie One Battle After Another. I think we're going to set up a time on Tuesday for the family to go out and see this. I've been reading so many really incredible reviews about this movie. It's almost like we went out and saw Civil War.
I haven't heard anything about this.
I know.
What's the name of it?
I didn't know anything about it either until like yesterday or the day before. I read a review on it and say, "Whoa, it's the best movie out there." It's a moment in time that is similar to what's going on right now. So it's something I think we should probably
check it out.
Plan on seeing sometime.
What's
I know
it called
I'm taking
again?
the kids out. It's called One Battle, Another. After another. One battle after another. One battle after another. See, I don't even know the title.
Okay.
But I'm going to go see this damn movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
19 past the hour. We're just getting going on a Monday morning. Next up, the fabulous farm babe, Pam Yankee, going to preview the World Dairy Expo right here on John and Gordy in the morning.
Canzuela cansiva. Me gusta. Touchdown.
Barb does a touchdown and he does a Pacarina. Reggie White sacks the quarterback. He does a Pacarina.
All right. We have Pam. Let me get Pam on here.
Morning, guys.
Hello, Pam.
Morning.
Good morning. World Dairy Expo. That's what it's all about today, huh?
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, a lot of stuff, a lot of things I didn't know.
I didn't know that there was a choice pit stains or stained pants?
I regret doing those questions every single night.
Yeah, that
Oh my God!
You for a while.
Do you have a source where you're going for those, Dominic? I hope that your young mind is not thinking in such a twisted way.
It's part of it's me, part of it's the Google, and then part of it is my roommate as well. I mean, it's all three of us. We're all involved.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's all hands on deck.
It makes me worry about the future.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Forget what's happening in the country. I'm worried about these kids and what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Oh, there is a board game.
There is.
Called this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I should get it. Oh, man.
Well, then that's like cheating.
Would you rather?
Well, why
really?
not? No one will know. There is a place. I sent you a tabletop where they laminated over or put
That was
glass
cool.
over all of the questions for that game.
Yeah, maybe I'll take
Check
some
that
inspo out of it.
for an easy one. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Next time you don't have something, look at the picture I sent you.
Sometimes it takes me a while. All right, 30 seconds.
All right. This is John and Gordy in the morning, WMDX 92.7. Check us out on the Civic Media app. Choose WMDX and then text us or voice note us or give us a call.
Beautiful weather today. Clear skies this morning. 53 degrees currently. Highs in the mid-80s this afternoon. Let's check in with Pam Yankee, the fabulous farm babe. Good morning, Pam.
Morning, guys. How are you after a beautiful weekend in Wisconsin?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Did you stay up late last night to watch the Packer game end in a tie?
I did. It was
Me
not.
too.
Yeah. It's. I knew it was going to be a tough Monday, just by virtue of when that game was, and then the more I tried to sleep with one eye open, I knew it was just getting worse. So yeah. The only thing I've got good this week is the World Dairy Expo. That'll keep me hopping. So I'll regain my momentum.
We had a little discussion on this program, this arbitrary rule of just stopping the game after one overtime. What do you think about something like that? You spend all this time, all this effort, and then they have this weird rule that just stops the game at a tie?
Yeah. I'm personally, you guys are the vintage too. Remember, I think it was George Carlin, sudden death. And, remember that bit he used to do about sudden death versus going home and all that kind of thing. I'm more of a sudden death person myself.
Oh,
let's keep scratching and crawling until there's nothing left of us. So
that's right.
Yeah,
wow, I
that's the way
love
it should
that
be.
attitude. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to the World Dairy Expo.
This is another thing. Sudden death. The World Dairy Expo. I don't know why that relates, but anyway, this is a huge event, and you gave us a little insight into this. Wow, I didn't know this much stuff went into the World Dairy
It's
Expo.
huge.
This is fantastic. Could you fill us in a little bit? I mean, the fact that these exhibitors who show up for this have to pay so much money.
Well, sure. I thought to myself when I was visiting with these folks as their cattle, they were arriving, it must have been Friday last week. And I was talking with this guy from upstate New York that brought 14 animals in 2 semis. And it took him 18 hours to come from the Finger Lake area of New York and get the cattle. Now, he had to make a stop because these cows are all about routine. So they had to make a stop in Ohio to milk the cows. The semis are built with vacuum lines. So all they basically do is take the milker in the semi and they can milk the cows while they're in the semi. And I said, well, now, how do you do that? I mean, do you have a generator on the semi? No, he said, we go to an RV wayside where they've got power. And also that's where they can dump the milk when they get done milking them, because they can't, obviously, they're not going to carry that along with them. And I thought to myself, can you imagine a family that's pulling up in an RV and you're next to a semi-load of cows with this odd pulsating noise coming from within? And, but it took them 18 hours to get here. And the part that really shocked me, I actually had to ask him a couple times. He did the same thing last year. He's been exhibiting since about, I want to say 2017, maybe earlier. Last year, for him, his staff and everything, $90,000 just for the opportunity to show at World Dairy Expo. His hotel bill, he's kind of got a wee bit of a stick crossways with Dane County and Madison. His hotel bill alone for him and his staff, $15,000.
What?
So,
man.
Yep. So
what does he get out of this? What does he get out of this?
The goal is that your animals are going to do so well that the genetics that you have will be sought after, and that you will regain some of your money back that way. But I mean, that's on a wing and a prayer. I mean, you are in the ring with these elite animals from all across North America. So, it's kind of like catching, magic in a bottle. You hope you've got it, but you're still out that money regardless. And the other part I thought was interesting is now it's gotten so expensive and the staff is so difficult to find. You just don't have farm kids that are fitting cattle and taking care of things. So now this particular barn, they were cooking the meals in the barn right next to the animals. They bring their own refrigerator. They bring crock pots that put my tailgating to shame. And they make meals for all of their staff. And I'm not talking pizzas. They had brisket. When I looked in the refrigerator, it was like brisket, something you'd see in a downtown Madison restaurant. And they want to feed those kids and those helpers very, very well so that they stick with them and don't get tempted to go next aisle over and work with somebody else. So, but yeah, $90,000 was his tab last year, and he said he's not sure he's going to be able to get by that cheap this year.
Yeah, well, I know there's the Badger Dairy Club. They sell their famous grilled cheese sandwich out there. That's a big event. And Kirshner's Premium Ice Cream out of Barron County, they're pretty big now, too. What's the story on that?
Yep. So tonight is the World Dairy Expo Dairy Product Contest. They're going to recognize the winners. One of them, as you pointed out, is up in Chautauqua. Kirshner's Super Premium Ice Cream. They were the grand champion in the ice cream, gelatos, etc. And then another Turtle Lake Cheese Company, Lake Cheese, Schumann Cheese. They won with a vanilla mascarpone. That sounds so good. Mascarpone is a cheese, but it's a dessert cheese. And I just can't imagine with Madagascar vanilla. So, they're going to be recognized tonight. The contest concluded a couple weeks back. Tonight, they get their awards at World Dairy Expo.
Okay, now I have one more thing. I know
we're less than a minute here.
Imported cattle come in, and they have to have a passport. The cattle have passports?
Cattle have to have a passport. You bet. And you sit in line with them. You and your RV are along with them waiting for the Border Patrol to go through all their paperwork before you get through.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, Pam. Well, have fun at the World Dairy Expo. I know it's going to be a busy week for you. Thank you for joining us.
We'll catch up with you Friday. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Good deal. All right.
I mean, check all the effort they put in. I want to go to this.
At the Alliance Center all week long. All right, when we come back, Idiocracy for a Monday. John Peterson, Gordy Young, Dominic Lee, and you. Come back with us.
It's my life.
quickly to schedule the new cost survey so that future hearings reflect the actual processing costs.
Zippy Duvall, president of the American Farm Bureau Federation. What happened to the dairy markets on Friday? I've got numbers next.
For far too long, seed discount offers have been too complicated. But today, the seed pros of Channel make our stand. No more confusion. No more long-winded radio ads. Just simple savings. 0% financing with early pay discounts. Today, we show up with an easier way to save on seed. Talk to your Channel Seed Pro to get all the details and see what you could be saving. Channel. All in. All season.
Unique farming operations need unique financial solutions. Ag Country Farm Credit Services offers customized financing that fits any size farm, ranch, or agribusiness. The next time you're in the market for more land, equipment, facilities, or maybe even an operating loan, contact the team at Ag Country. They know agriculture and will work for you. Ag Country. Focused on ag, focused on you. Ag Country is an equal opportunity lender.
On Friday in Chicago, the barrel cheese dropped 2 1/4 cents to 162 1/4. 40-pound block cheese down a penny and a quarter, 162 1/2. But AA butter on Friday finished the week another 8 cents stronger at $1.72 per pound. This morning in Chicago, October Class 3 milk that goes into cheese is up 7, 16.86. November up 21 at 16.39. Currently, December new crop corn, that's down a penny, stands at 4.21. November new crop beans down 3 1/2 at 10.10. July wheat currently up a half at 5.61 a bushel. So just a quick snapshot on where the numbers stand rolling into a Monday trade session. Remember, World Dairy Expo 2025 officially opens to the general public tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. Follow the Midwest Farm Report team at MidwestFarmReport.com or any of the social media streams you follow. I'm Pam Yankee.
You're listening to 92.7 WMDX, Madison's home for the Maggie Dawn Show, Monday through Friday from 4 to 6 p.m.
It is going to be mostly sunny today with a high right around 85 this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy. We're going to drop into the mid to upper 50s for an overnight low. Tomorrow, more the same, partly cloudy with a high in the low to mid 80s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Currently, it's 51.
My name's John Driscoll, proud member of the Patriotic Millionaires. When I was CEO at CareCentrix, I doubled entry-level wages. The impact? Productivity went up, turnover went down, and the company was successful. When employees are off the clock, they're real consumers, the consumers that drive the economy with their spending. By paying employees a fair wage, we're actually helping out all of us in giving our economy the best chance to succeed. I'm John Driscoll, I'm a Patriotic Millionaire, and I approve this message.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at
I am the most overrated and most over-decorated and currently I am the most over-berated actress who likes football of my generation. It's embarrassing and it's terrifying to put the target on your forehead, and it sets you up for all sorts of attacks and armies of brown shirts and bots and worse. And the only way you can do it is to feel you have to. You have to. You don't have an option. You have to. Stand up, speak up, act up. If we live through this precarious moment, if his catastrophic instinct to retaliate doesn't lead us to nuclear winter, we will have much to thank this president for, because he will have woken us up to how fragile freedom really is.
That's Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Responding to Donald Trump, who called her overrated.
Yeah.
And a good response there.
Well, WMDX 92.7, John and Gordy in the morning. You hear Trump trash other individuals, all the comedians. There isn't a funny comedian out there to him, and that's only because they have criticized him and his ego can't handle that. And now actresses and actors are all, either bad or good, depending on whether they agree with him or not.
Right.
There's something wrong with the person, okay?
Yes.
Really.
Pretty
CJ,
evident, yeah.
my friend, my Milwaukee friend, who is a MAGA, come on, you guys. I mean, think about it. There's something mentally disturbed up there. I mean, he is not all there.
Right.
So... come on.
Yeah.
People can disagree with you. It's not an insult. It's not a personal attack. It's just they don't like you. Okay? It's a personality clash. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. It is 6:37. Weather today, no problems. Going to be nice and warm, high in the mid-80s. Lots of sunshine right now, 53 degrees. Coming up in a half hour, I'll reveal the first keyword in the Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win contest. Let's go to the phones. Catherine is on the line this morning. Good morning, Catherine.
Oh, I didn't think you'd have time for me. You guys have already taken like 9 calls. It's crazy. Good morning. Friday, Monday.
Yeah.
I'm just so grateful to hear that. I saw that Meryl Streep cut. I knew immediately what you were playing. And you know what I took away from it? I'm taking back the word woke. Yeah. Go ahead. Call me woke. Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes. I am woke.
Right.
Because like you were saying, John, debate is gone. There's no more Republicans and Democrats working together debating the very meritorious sides of a discussion. That's gone now.
Yeah.
It's only a one-sided conversation. And she's right. Well, thank you, Donald Trump. You woke me. And I'm going to use that word all the time now.
Yes. Yeah.
Good point.
Let's find a way to kind of work that into the show. All right. We're gonna,
please. Thank you.
We'll try and do that. All right.
See ya.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We're wide awake now. Yes, we're woke.
All woke.
We're all woke.
Are you woke this morning?
Yeah.
Maybe we could slip that in.
Are you woke?
I think so, yeah.
Hey, Charles is on the line. Let's go back to the phones. Good morning, Charles. What do you got for us today?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hi.
So let's see. We got war ravaged Portland going on right now.
Charles, we got that coming up a little after 7 o'clock.
All right. So then we got Americans acting a plum fool at the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
That was something. Yeah.
And then you got Marjorie Taylor Greene letting everybody know that she's not suicidal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What was that?
The circus is in town. Yeah.
Yes. What was
are we winning yet?
Well, boy, I don't know.
Good question.
And I'm with Matt, the first caller. We don't need to bail out the farmers. I'll keep saying that. You guys were stupid enough to vote for him the first time, and he screwed you, and you got lucky with bailouts. And he screwed you the second time. How stupid can you be to keep voting for somebody that is only concerned about their own pockets and the other rich people?
It's like a gambler losing at the table, then turning to the guy next to him. Can you pay for this?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Hey, but good show so far, guys.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
Charles.
Appreciate that. 608-879-8255.
All right, let's get to some of this farmer talk here. Trump is killing big ag now. Farmers can't sell their stuff, and they're losing connections internationally. So let's listen to cut 211 here, and I think it's self-explanatory. Let's check it out.
That alongside, of course, the president's effort to realign America around American products and making all of these new deals, we are at a point where we're looking at the harvest, where we're looking at our soybean, corn, wheat, sorghum, cotton farmers who are facing very, very difficult times. We are currently in conversations here at the White House, across the government on a farmer aid package. In our current programming right now, we've got about $13 billion moving out under ECAP, which is our old farmer payment system based on losses from last year and the year before. Wow. So this would be in addition to that, in partnership with our colleagues on the Hill. We should have an announcement very soon, perhaps in the next couple of weeks.
We want to take our money. We're doing well. Because of tariffs, we're doing unbelievable. We're making more money than we ever have made. And by the way, we're going to take some of that tariff money that we made, just to get off the subject for a second. We're going to take some of that tariff money that we made. We're going to give it to our farmers, who are, for a little while, going to be hurt until it kicks in. The tariffs kick into their benefit. So we're going to make sure that our farmers are in great shape, because we're taking in a lot of money.
So he doesn't really get it, right? He's got the tariffs that are causing this shortage and this difficulty for the farmers, and now he's going to use it to help bail them out. And by the way, it doesn't always bail everybody out.
Right.
A lot of these farmers will go under because of this, the smaller ones. And big corporations will probably get most of the money, like the last bailout. We have gone through this before, and for some reason, they voted him in anyway. You know, they can gamble, and we end up paying the debt, what they lose. Yeah. Now, and I'm a big supporter of farmers. I mean, that's why we have Pam Yankee on the show.
Sure.
Because we want to support them more than anything here in the dairy state. We've got to have that. And I wish that we could connect somehow, you know, the woke with farmers. Please, you know, we want you to provide field to table. We want you to provide all this food for us. And even that is almost impossible to provide now because the funding isn't there to help facilitate bringing farm food to local communities. It's just ended.
Yeah, it's hard enough to be a farmer, you know, even without all this stuff going on. I mean, these small family farms and even the bigger ones, they're all struggling. And it's all because of what Trump has done, again, to them.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of these farms are going out of business. When I was doing the census, driving through the countryside, there were so many farmhouses, just abandoned farmhouses.
Yeah.
And the fields are now part of somebody else's.
We got a text here from Corey in Watertown. Trump is going to bail out the farmers with tariff money until the tariffs kick in. Say that a couple of times and let that sink in if you're going to bail them out with the money until the money kicks in. Yeah. Round and round.
And supposedly the money was paying off the debt.
Yeah.
The national debt, only because, you know, all of these tax cuts. So now that's not happening. This isn't a very well thought out plan here.
And we got a shutdown happening in a couple of days.
Okay, now, you know, this is Idiocracy, and we'd like to, you know, go back in time as well to relive some of the more dangerous and ridiculous moments of our life. And I want to go back a little bit. I want to get the British take on what happened at the UN and Trump. All right, so this is a little bit of coverage here. This is 198. Let's listen to this perspective. All right, let's listen.
Donald Trump came with a message to the UN about where it's going wrong and to tell its member countries what they need to change.
All I got from the United Nations was an escalator that on the way up stopped right in the middle. If the First Lady wasn't in great shape, she would have fallen. And then a teleprompter that didn't work. These are the two things I got from the United Nations, a bad escalator and a bad teleprompter.
He singled out Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, for criticism.
I look at London, where you have a terrible mayor, terrible mayor.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
It's been so changed, changed.
Don't go there.
Now they want to go to Sharia law.
Oh, yeah.
But you're in a different country. You can't do that.
Mr. Khan has said he's not going to dignify these bigoted comments with a response. The other great threat facing the world, according to President Trump, is not climate change, but attempts to halt it with renewable energy. Global warming, he said, is a hoax.
It's the greatest con job ever perpetrated on the world, in my opinion.
The cliche.
Donald Trump came here 7 years ago and bragged about his achievements in office. And the people listening to him actually laughed at him. It was a humiliating moment for him, but things have changed so much. Nobody dares do that now. So even as they listen to him lecture them on how they should be running their own countries with these fixations on climate change and on immigration, he was still applauded at the end of it because everybody knows they have to treat Donald Trump much more carefully now.
He's a madman. That's why. Now, bear with me on this.
Okay.
We know that the follow-ups were done by his staff on the elevator and the teleprompter. All right, we know that. But for some reason, no one else is telling him that. So let's go to cut 209 here. Cut 209 and listen to this.
Okay.
President Trump demanding an investigation into what he is calling, quote, triple sabotage during his visit to the United Nations. In a social media post, he wrote in part, a real disgrace took place at the UN yesterday. Not one, not two, but three very sinister events.
Your staff.
The sinister events he is referencing involve a stopped escalator, a broken teleprompter, and audio issues.
John, these are petty grievances, but it really underscores President Trump's broader complaints about the United Nations and its capacity to solve some of the world's most intractable global conflicts. And we heard that in the president's speech, the president taking to social media to lay out in great detail what had happened here, unable to just let it go and move on. He goes on to say this wasn't a coincidence. This was triple sabotage at the UN. The president then demanding an immediate investigation.
Oh, okay.
Investigation.
Yes, amazing.
Escalator.
Cue up 207 now.
Okay.
But some guy online knows a little bit more, and this is a web wisdom telling the truth. Finally, let's listen.
It appears the UN has discovered who the culprit was that stopped the escalator at the UN right as Donald Trump had stepped foot on it. And it turns out to be Trump's own videographer. He apparently inadvertently set off a safety mechanism on the escalator that forced it to shut down and stop. He was traveling backwards up the escalator, trying to take a video of Trump and the First Lady going up and arriving to the UN, and he somehow triggered this safety mechanism. The UN went and looked at the central processing unit of the escalator, and it indicated that this mechanism had been triggered. This mechanism is designed to stop people or things from getting caught under the escalator and forced into the gears. Trump was furious about this happening, and the White House called for a thorough investigation and for whoever was responsible to be fired. And it turns out to be one of their own. And he was also extremely furious about the teleprompter not working properly and went on a tirade about that.
Okay.
And it turns out...
It's strange. Even the regular public knows what happened.
Right. We're coming right back with more of Idiocracy. John and Gordy on WMDX.
Road, find specials, menus, and more at lazyoaflounge.com.
Hey, Gordy, I got to admit, these hearing aids from Madison Hearing Aid Center changed my life.
Mine too, John. I thought I needed subtitles to talk to my grandkids.
And these aren't those old giant clunkers we saw in the old days. It's got Bluetooth, it's rechargeable, the works.
Yeah, my phone connects straight to my ears. I'm basically a cyborg now.
Hey, you just figured out texting last year, too.
Yeah, baby steps. But I did call Madison Hearing Aid Center, and you should too. 608-249-4077.
608-249-4077. Tell them John and Gordy sent you.
Are unauthorized immigrants eligible for federal Medicaid coverage? No. Unauthorized immigrants are not eligible for traditional federally funded Medicaid health insurance and never have been. A 1996 law also requires most authorized immigrants to wait 5 years for eligibility. 14 states, not including Wisconsin, use state funds to cover unauthorized immigrants. President Trump has proposed cutting federal Medicaid funds to those states, which could drop 1.4 million people from health care coverage. In Wisconsin, Medicaid covers 1.28 million people at a cost of $12.1 billion. I'm Trisha Young for Wisconsin Watch. Fact Briefs are bite-sized fact checks of trending claims produced by Wisconsin Watch and GigaFact. Learn more at wisconsinwatch.org.
I'm Dan Schaefer. Let's recombobulate. Tom Tiffany, the Republican congressman representing Wisconsin's 7th congressional district, has finally made it official. He's running for governor. The election for governor in 2026 is the state's first open race for the office since 2010, and it's sure to invite many candidates to run. And on the Republican side, Tiffany's is the most significant announcement yet. There's a very good chance that he is going to be the Republican nominee for governor at this time next year. If that proves to be the case, it would signify a major shift in the center of power for Republican politics in Wisconsin. For so long, it's been the WOW counties, Waukesha, Ozaukee, and Washington, 3 of the counties that surround Milwaukee, that have been the Republican stronghold in the state. But if Tiffany is the one on the top of the ticket, it will be the most clear indicator yet of how the party has shifted from more of a suburban one to one where GOP voters are more centered in exurban or rural areas.
Find all of Dan's work at the Recombobulation Area and on our website at civicmedia.us. Local news, weather, and sport.
Mission Impossible here on this show as we try to make sense of the Trump administration.
That is impossible.
Wow.
Yeah.
WMDX, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Weather today, sunshine, highs in the mid-80s. Right now, a cool 54 degrees. It's John and Gordy, along with Dom Lee, our producer. Coming up in our next hour, of course, we'll reveal the next keyword in our Go for the Green and Gold Text-to-Win contest. Also, we'll welcome back Jim Conway. He's a UW pediatrics professor. We're going to talk vaccinations and medical stuff, get the latest
all the
on
stuff that's going on with RFK Jr.
Yes.
Kind of screwing up, I guess, public health a little bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about Tylenol.
Yeah.
Is it good or not?
Gee, I don't
really
know.
wonder. Huh?
Anyway, we're also talking off the air here about Mission Impossible.
Right.
I was watching both of the last 2 movies, and that is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
I love them. Yeah.
I mean, the first movie was really fantastic. We loved that. And then we found out on Prime, where you can watch movies that are still at the theater but pay a subscription price.
Okay.
We paid $6.99, which I thought was a good deal for both of us. So we decided to watch both movies and see how it came together. And it was really, really cool. But there was a scene in the movie where they were showing all these IDs that Ethan Hunt, who, by the way, is the character in Mission Impossible, and they were showing all these IDs, but the one that stood out was the one where Ethan Hunt is from Madison, Wisconsin.
That's what his ID says.
That's right.
You froze it and took a picture
I
of
took a picture of his ID. I can't believe it.
All these years, I didn't know that's where he was from.
He was from here.
Huh.
Wow. Born 1964, August 18th. There it is. Ethan Hunt, Madisonian.
Who knew? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Little things you find out.
Mm-hmm.
We have CJ on the line. Hey, CJ, what's going on?
Happy Monday, CJ.
Happy Monday, gentlemen. Thank you for taking my call.
You bet.
As I hear you talk about, President Trump at the UN, he told them the truth. It was perfect because they needed to hear it. They do have so much potential. And as far as James Comey, that's going to be the first because he deserves to be charged.
Mm-hmm.
Lied to the FISA court 3 times, knows that he lied to the FISA court. And you guys obviously have not read the John Durham report. it's well worth it.
Well,
you'll learn so much about the truth of where all that lies came from, who paid for it, the Hillary Clinton campaign.
That was
so
a
there's gonna be
discredited
a lot of
report.
them coming, including the President Obama.
The Durham report was discredited. I mean, it was nothing. It was a nothing burger. All right.
Discredited.
Well, James Comey says, "Bring it on.
Yeah,
Let's
bring
go
it
to
on.
court. Let's
Yeah.
go to have
Yeah,
a trial
prove
because
it.
truth." Because
remember when he found the seashells on the the shoreline,
Yes.
86, 47?
Yep.
He just happened to find that, didn't he?
That's right. Then 86 is a very popular term used in the restaurant business. So maybe he was just saying, "Hey, I don't like the crab." That's
well, yeah. Well, you know what?
Well, Trump will have to
thought
testify if they
about
go to court.
weaponize our most trusted institution.
Yeah.
And,
Well, he's making
that
them.
comes
He's
straight
making
from the Obama administration.
Yeah, but
all the way through the Biden administration.
Isn't he making every trusted institution not trusted at this point?
No, I don't believe so.
Is it-
I believe he is making it just like the UN.
Yeah.
He told them the truth.
Well, here's my here's my point
the
on this.
UN has done nothing to stop the wars.
All right.
Well,
he hasn't
stopped
either.
7 of them.
He was going to stop the war in Ukraine immediately, and he has not done that. So I wouldn't talk about that. I wouldn't open that can of worms. But here's the question.
Well, I am opening that can of worms
I know.
because it's the truth.
No. So
what has the UN done to stop any of those wars? Absolutely nothing.
Well, has Trump done
they needed
anything?
To hear the truth, guys.
And by the way, Trump said that none of these shootings, none of this unrest would ever happen if he became president. And how's that going for him? How's it turned out?
Well, you guys are the party of assassination, so you tell me.
Oh, we are. Oh, okay.
Well, your party.
No,
Your
how do
party
you?
is.
Why do you
And
say
it-
that?
I
Why do you say
sent
that?
you that information. Did you ever look up that study? Because that's
Yes,
the study
what
that they
study is it?
found. Your party has no problem with violence, political violence.
All right. Well, I think
majority of your party does. Look at the study, guys.
is that I know is
It's
that the
not
study that Trump
from
took down?
Rutgers University. Rutgers University.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you guys, I'm just telling you the truth.
I know you are. And we'll look up that Rutgers University study. All right.
I gave you the information. You obviously didn't look it up, just like you didn't read the
did you
John
send the
Durham
information? I don't remember seeing
report.
that.
And whoever discredited the John Durham report.
The John Durham report went nowhere. It was nothing.
That's you obviously didn't read it, guys. It's a great read.
Well, I don't read
It's
things
all
that are
factual.
discredited right away. I don't have time for that. I didn't care about it. It was a partisan witch hunt anyway, the Durham report. So I didn't care.
6:59. We've got news straight ahead and an update on the weather. Also, we'll check in with Brittany Merlot in our next hour.
It was like looking at a Michael Gableman study, and you can't put too much on that either.
Also, we'll talk to UW Pediatrics Professor Jim Conway. That's coming up. And right around the corner, we'll reveal the next keyword in our Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win contest. It's all coming up in our 7 o'clock hour right here on WMDX.
It's a beautiful morning.
First of all, you guys put on a good show, and I think that goes without saying.
I love your show. I listen all the time.
You have a pretty fun show. I listen to it most of the time, you know. Keep up the good work.
No, it's disgusting. It's a ploy.
God, I love you. Get the hell off the stage.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcasts. Really good.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning, John and Gordy.
Good morning. And we'd like to thank the person who does most of the work on this show, and that is Donald Trump, providing us tons of material. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
King Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. WMDX 92.7. It's John and Gordy.
It's 7:06. Beautiful sunshine expected all day long today. Highs in the mid-80s. Right now, 54 degrees. John, do you have your Samsung WMDX watch handy?
I do, yes.
On your wrist there? Can you check out the sunrise and sunset times for us? Or,
well, 6:53 is the sunrise.
Okay, so that just happened.
Yeah. And 6:41 sunset.
All right, good to know. Good to know. And it is time now, because we're in our 7 o'clock hour, it's time for our Go for the Green and Gold Text to Win multi-state contest. Your daily chance to win a piece of gold jewelry and $200 cash. Plus, every single entry puts you into the grand prize drawing for a pair of indoor club-level tickets to Green Bay versus Minnesota. That game is coming up in November. All right, you ready for the keyword? Now, when you text us that keyword on your Civic Media app, you will get a text response, and then if you click on that, you also have chances to subscribe for our newsletter or check out a podcast or our Facebook page or sign up for the new Civic Media Today newsletter, which comes out daily. So check that out because you get more chances to win that way. Here's the key word for this hour. You ready? Write this down. Early. E-A-R-L-Y. Early is the key word. You have until 8 a.m. to enter that in for this contest. Again, it's a multi-state contest. Use your Civic Media app. And if you want more information about the contest, just go to civicmedia.us/contest.
Gordy, do you need volume 2?
Would you like me to repeat all of that?
No, a volume 2
it's time
of the
for our
rules.
Go for the Green and Gold. Oh, okay, never
I didn't hear it all.
All right,
Okay.
we have 3 volumes.
I know. There's a lot of paperwork involved in this. I don't know if you know that, but I'd take care of it all.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's get... you know, these studies that CJ and the Mega Right present all the time are always polls.
It's a poll.
They're not actually studies, they're polls.
It's just a poll.
And the Rutgers University published a study concluding that Democrats are more prone to violence. Just misleading and not supported by the available evidence. It was a poll conducted in partnership with Rutgers, and they found concerns about political violence, and it depends on who's winning the propaganda wars.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's, I think, what this poll is all about. And the Republicans, the MAGAs, are always winning this stuff because they have a machine that does this for them. The Democrats have never thought about doing anything like
bots
this.
out there. Yeah.
So, anyway, there's widespread concern. I get it. But you know what? The facts don't support it. Let me see. Melissa Hortman shooting at home. Josh Shapiro arson at the home. Joe Biden, the White House U-Haul trailer incident. Nancy Pelosi home break-in. Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot. Esther Silas shooting at home. Obama, Biden, Clinton mail bombs. Clementa Pinckney shopping at church or shooting at church rather. Barack Obama militia bomb plot. Gabby Giffords being shot.
Okay, what is all this?
Those are
all
all Republican attempts on other people. All right, and mostly Democrats, of course. The only 3 that aren't is Brett Kavanaugh. Somebody scouted his home.
Right.
Steve Scalise, of course, shot at a baseball game, and then he came back healthy as heck and still supports no gun laws. Okay, Donald Trump. And that was somebody grabbed an officer's gun, I guess, wanted to use it on him. But again, 3 incidents, Democrats, and I didn't even finish the Republican incidents. Donald Trump at the golf course, Donald Trump shooting at the campaign rally in Butler. I guess that's about it. But it's overwhelmingly Republican. Those are the facts. Now, if you want to go by a poll, what people think, then the MAGA is actually winning public opinion on all of this. Right?
Okay.
All right, now let's get to the big story, and that is war-ravaged Portland. Oh, my God, this is just,
Portland.
whoa.
Wow.
Oh,
what a situation.
I've been watching all the videos on X. They have pretty flowery gardens there.
I know.
A lot of people strolling, shopping.
Yeah.
Then not quite seeing the madness there. In fact, I watched a video of the ICE detention center, and there were like maybe 24 people, kind of wandering around in front of the building.
Yeah, that's Portland. Yeah.
Well, in fact,
pretty peaceful.
It was described as this: things appeared to be peaceful, with members of the group mostly standing around while music played in the background. A couple kicked the soccer ball around the street.
Well, that could hurt somebody.
Yeah, I know. This is and they're sending troops in at this point. They also talked to some of the neighbors of this TV station, and they're complaining about nightly noise, tear gas, the pepper balls. Get this, one nearby school even relocated because the use of chemicals and munitions went into the school grounds, making the area unsafe.
What?
Yeah, so they had like
man,
ammo all over the ground. It says here, Trump said to the governor, Tina Kotek, wait a minute, am I watching things on television that are different from what's happening? This guy, who knows what he's watching on TV? He says, my people tell me different. They are literally attacking. There are fires all over the place. Yeah. What is he watching? The governor's response is, this is not a military target. But anyway, it apparently is for Trump. He posted this: I am authorizing full force, which means bullets, by the way. It means death. It means murder. It means authorizing our military to use lethal force against American citizens. That's what it's all about.
Wow. Stepping it up.
Yeah, stepping it up. But, people have a sense of humor on X. And somebody thought, well, this if it's really truly a war-ravaged city, Portland, maybe there are people there sending letters out, and this is a takeoff. This could have been a big meme, but no one really picked up on it. It's PBS's Ken Burns series of documentaries, and this is the source of their parody, and this is the war-ravaged Portland on X, and let me just read the letter. Here we go.
Okay.
My dearest Suzanne, I write from deep in war-ravaged Portland. We are a city under siege. The Antifa forces have our city surrounded. They are demanding better coffee and more hot yoga classes. If reinforcements do not soon arrive, I'm afraid we have no choice but to bedeck ourselves in hemp pants and bathe in patchouli. If all is lost, you'll find me at Whole Foods drinking kombucha. Forever yours, my darling, Antifa Sergeant Beauregard Rutledge. Wow. That's tugs at the heartstrings.
It does, man. I'm tearing up over here.
Okay.
That was great.
Yeah. Well, Memphis is next. That's next on the list.
Of course, having a southern accent in Portland, Washington.
What's up with that?
But it's the only accent we know on this show.
That's right. You got it. You got it, partner.
All right.
Okay.
Another X poster. They were surprised as anyone. Like this post, Portland, Oregon, the most dangerous battlefield in America. You never know where the next farmer's market might pop off. The smell of artisanal sourdough hangs in the air. You hear that? That's the sound of kombucha. Ready to blow. Better roll the tanks. God help us. And here's one. This is from Mehdi Hassan, by the way, and this is a serious note. He wrote, "This should be impeachable. War-ravaged Portland? He's insane and insanely power-hungry. The script is set. Call an imaginary group a terror group and then send in the troops." And that's true. Again, Antifa is not a group. And, of course, Trump wants to make that an international designation that they are a terrorist group.
Right.
They don't exist.
Completely unorganized.
And I'm sure there's no one out there, no other country out there that wants to follow up on that one. All right?
But our hearts go out to Portland.
Yeah. Now,
I wonder what Fred Armisen's going to do with Portlandia.
Yeah, Portlandia.
I think they're coming to Madison sometime soon. Maybe that. I don't know if that show's actually
have a point of view on that.
Perhaps.
I'd like to see that. Now, this is a strange thing. Federal ICE thugs on top of the Broadville, Illinois Federal Building roof are shooting non-lethal rounds, including pepper balls and tear gas. Those are the things that they found in a school grounds in war-torn Portland. But anyway, they're actually shooting these things at just the protesters hovering around a fence. Yeah. They're not even a danger to anybody. Right. They're on the other side of the fence, but they're shooting from the rooftops at these protesters. So this is an attack on just protesting, the First Amendment right to protest your government. That's what they're doing. Now, get this, on X, border czar Tom Homan posted this. You won't believe this.
Okay.
Would you support, this is his question on X, would you support the National Guard using water cannons for defense tonight against the Antifa rioters at the ICE Broadway facility in Illinois?
What?
Yes or no?
What?
Yes.
Tom Homan?
He's asking it's a poll he's having whether he should be violent or not to protesters.
What?
On X.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I thought this was kind of interesting. Nancy Mace, Representative Nancy Mace, says Nancy Pelosi should go to prison for orchestrating January 6th. Do you agree with Nancy Mace? All these ridiculous little polls that these people are running on X.
Well, and they'll get their bots to respond, I'm sure. And that just clicks in automatically with these polls.
And the other thing, too, and we'll probably get to this when we talk about the vaccines, but Obama posted this. He said, Republicans would rather shut down the government than help millions of Americans afford health care.
Right.
And again, what's happening is they're saying that the Democrats are insisting on spending more money to allow illegal immigrants to get health care in this country when that is completely fabricated and made up. They're not getting benefits anyway, but they made this up. What they're really doing is telling the American public or misguiding them. The American public should know that the Democrats are trying to save the tax credits for the Affordable Care Act so people can afford health care, their monthly premiums. And if they go up, no one's going to be able to afford those monthly premiums. That's what it's all about.
That's what's happening.
That's why they want to stop the government.
Yes. Hey, coming up right around the corner, we'll talk to Brittany Merlot, get the inside on the outside, weather-wise, for this week. And in about 15 minutes, we'll talk to Jim Conway about vaccinations and medical stuff and RFK Jr. Coming up on John and Gordy. Don't let your hearing loss frustrate you anymore. They help John and Gordy hear better, and they can help you too. Madison Hearing Aid Center.
There's nothing quite like the perfect fit. And at Allure Intimate Apparel, that's exactly what they deliver. Their expert team offers one-on-one bra fittings in a graceful, no-pressure environment that celebrates every silhouette. It's luxury tailored to real life where confidence is never compromised. Experience a new standard of personal attention with timeless style and a fit that flatters at every angle. Visit their brand new location at the Hilldale Shopping Center. Visit allurefits.com. Now is the moment we've been waiting for. With new treatments emerging in the fight against Alzheimer's and all other dementia, now is the time for hope and for action. Held in over 600 communities nationwide, the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is the world's largest fundraiser for care, support, and research to fight the disease. So get out, get moving, and join WMDX at the Walk to End Alzheimer's on Sunday, October 5th at Warner Park in Madison. Join the movement at alz.org/walk.
The Dane County Humane Society offers programs for humans of all ages.
Oh, wow.
For kids, there's Camp Paw Print, Scout Workshops, After Dark, and the new Camp Wild Side. They also offer field trips, birthday parties, service days, and their new Paws and Pages reading program. Learn more at giveshelter.org/education.
This portion of John and Gordy is brought to you by Verlo Mattress. The Labor Day sale continues. Get a free box or platform foundation with your mattress purchase or upgrade to an adjustable base during the Labor Day sale through September. Verlo Mattress, East and West in Madison. Go to verlo.com.
Come work with us. Civic Media.
.7 WMDX and on your Civic Media app as well. Check it out. Let us know what you think. This program is for you, and we want to hear from you as well.
That's right. You can also call us. Phone lines are open right now, 608-879-8255. Weather-wise today, beautiful sunshine. I guess Brittany's just taking the day on. The weather's so nice, she just decided to.
She doesn't need to say anything about it.
Yeah, just like it's all good.
Well, I thought she'd take credit for it, but
yeah,
you know, I mean,
guess not.
We left that up to her.
So mid-80s today, looking good all week long, actually. Right now, 54 degrees. Want to remind you the key word this hour for $200 cash and piece of gold jewelry and your chance to win the grand prize drawing of a pair of indoor club level tickets to Green Bay versus Minnesota in November. The key word this hour is early, EARLY. Just jump on the Civic Media app, go to WMDX, text us the keyword early, EARLY, before 8 a.m. for your chance to win in this multi-state contest. You can get more information at civicmedia.us/contest. Okay.
All right. I've got a two-parter here, and we're going to play part one right now. This is a Charlie Kirk debate with a feminist, and I was just so fascinated with this. You know, I have a background of being a part of the feminist movement way back when.
Yeah.
My sister went to Madison at the age of 16, joined up with the feminist movement, and she made sure that her younger brother...
Yeah, that's you.
Was a feminist as well, and I was brought up that way. So anyway, I thought this was fantastic stuff. You have to hear this. Again, this is Charlie Kirk talking to a feminist, and it is, I think, he uses every cliche you could possibly use, every dumb question he could possibly pose to her, but she had an answer for each and every one of them. Let's listen to it.
So I'm a feminist. My question is about the role of women, though. What should women's role in public and private life look like, and what are the material benefits of that?
Can I take it? I don't even want to take this detour, but can we both agree on what a woman is?
Yes. An adult human female, it's a biological state of being that is also socially experienced. Can I please elucidate just one example of that social experience?
Yeah, I was going to answer your question, but sure, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. So let's say you're a member of a tribe, and that in that tribe, you have the biological female anatomy, and in order to become a woman in that tribe, you have to also get a tattoo. That's a social experience that's mapped onto biological reality.
Can a woman have a prostate?
So as per my definition of woman, I would say that people who have a prostate are biologically male, but they can sometimes be socially treated as women.
Okay, got it. So women can have prostates. Got it. Okay.
No.
So you're a feminist that actually isn't just fighting for women, you're also fighting for men.
So, yes, men also experience harms from patriarchy, but I argue...
We're talking about the same feminism, though, just make sure. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So, men also experience harm from patriarchal domination, but I would argue that those harms come from that system of domination itself.
Do you think women are happier than they were 40 years ago?
I think that women report more stress and dissatisfaction today because, not because they have more rights or because of feminism, but because they're under dual pressure to both excel professionally and also because of the domestic labor in homes that is structured around outdated expectations. So, for example, studies like the OECD's Better Life Index show that women's life expectancy, education levels, professional achievements have risen in countries with higher gender inequality. So I would argue that what you're calling unhappiness is actually visibility, because now we hear women expressing dissatisfaction, whereas in the 50s, we prescribed them Valium and we lobotomized.
Yeah, that's really rich. I didn't know women not to complain 50 years ago. That's funny.
They've always been...
Hold on a second. Why are suicide rates going up more for women?
I think that
They're not
encourages...
complaining. Materially, women are killing themselves more. Why is that?
I think that even if both men and women have become unhappier, men's suicide rates have risen as well, and that's also been exponential. Can you at least concede that feminism offers only one potential explanation? There could be also other explanations.
Of course, obviously, but feminism is the glaring thing in front of us, where we have fertility rates down, we have marriage rates down, we have unhappiness up. And we did something in the 1960s out of the universities of Betty Friedan and Gloria Steinem and all these feminists that basically said, you're trapped in a home, go get a job, freeze your eggs, take birth control. And all of a sudden, women are way unhappier than they were 40 years ago. And I just have to ask the question, why is that? Is it working? And maybe there are biological differences between men and women that we should respect, and that deep down, a lot of women want to get married and have children. In fact, we should applaud it, and we should support it, and we should say it means nothing if you're gonna go be a CEO of some shoe company or be some banker in London. What matters if you raise children and you have something to pass down long after you're gone.
I think I would bring 2 points to that. The first one is just really simple, which is that you can ascribe liberalism all you want as the cause of the unhappiness. I would argue something else. I would say that it's certain economic policy that has very little to do with the social acceptance of alternative lifestyles. I would say that we can recognize that income inequality across a vast swathe of Western countries has increased, which causes all kinds of social ills, a lack of social cohesion, housing price growth doesn't correspond with wage growth, monopolies increasingly become kind of emboldened to interfere with politics, and monopolies don't prioritize social health either. I think that those offer more compelling reasons for a decline in happiness than an increase in freedoms, because just one more thing, on an intuitive basis, generally speaking, people want more freedom, not less.
The women with kids are not the ones tearing down statues, right? They're the ones that actually have obligations.
Does tearing down statues correspond to some kind of smiles per capita data set that I wasn't aware of?
Again, it's like, it's a little bit of a one-liner. The happy and the grateful. The happy and the grateful usually don't go burn down Wendy's in their spare time, of which we saw in our country all throughout a single summer. But as a side note, you would agree, objectively, study after study, survey after survey, that the women of the West that are married and have children, especially a lot of children, are far happier than even the ones that earn more money correlated at the same age.
So I also don't think that happiness is a very good metric, and neither do you, because you think gay people shouldn't just pursue happiness by being gay. They have other moralistic considerations to be making. So I don't think smiles per capita is a particularly convincing way to measure whether or not we should encourage women to be autonomous. I think we should maximize agency within a fair system that has reasonable parameters, because it's expedient, it's good for the economy, it's logical, it's the moral thing, because if we can't prove the material harms, we shouldn't discourage it. And also, self-reported studies is a really flawed way to do psychology. It's the week before my university exams right now, and I'm standing here explaining the basic methodology behind survey collection in sociology, which you don't even think is a real subject, to Charlie Kirk. If I took one of those surveys right now, I'd check extremely miserable, but so would a Palestinian child who's been torn to smithereens. How are we going to measure...
You would say extremely miserable?
We are out
I'm
of
trying to
time.
make you a joke.
No, I mean,
But we're coming back with UW Pediatrics Professor Jim Conway talking about vaccinations and much more on
Great
John
debate.
and Gordy. Yes.
Great debate.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Coming right back.
All right. Hello, Jim.
Hey, how you doing?
Jim? Hey, how are you?
Jim.
Good.
Good morning, guys. Boy, that was that was quite the
debate.
The stream of consciousness there.
I know. I can't
believe somebody can think and talk that fast.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, we should maybe recap that when we come back.
Yeah,
here,
that was just wow. Yeah.
Who is she again?
Didn't provide a name. It was at Cambridge Union. And that was, part two is just as enlightening as that. There's another 4-minute cut after that, Jim, as well. So, but we're going to play that tomorrow morning.
Good stuff.
But,
anything in particular you would like to bring up, Jim?
No, I mean, whatever you guys want to talk about. I mean, I'm certainly happy to recap all the
Tylenol and
and the understanding of what we've got now about the vaccines and everything going forward. I think at least there's some clarity now after we talked last time and it was still up in the air.
Yeah, I wanted to get to. I have cut 200. Nancy Mace. I do want to get to that cut, Jim. It's Nancy Mace talking about the Tylenol cause of autism, and this is the problem, obviously, with this misinformation that RFK Jr. is putting out there. So
yeah, I mean, I think the critical part for people to understand is the difference between association and causation. Just because two things happen at the same time or happen around each other doesn't mean one caused the other. So
I have a quote from Dr. Benrain. I don't have his first name, but he was talking about autism illness and Tylenol. So
yeah, exactly. It's like if everybody's walking around with an umbrella and it starts to rain, the people with the umbrellas didn't cause it to rain. They heard that it might rain and they're all carrying umbrellas. So there's an association, but it's not causation.
Yeah. Okay.
And people are taking Tylenol because they've got some other symptom. It's the other symptom, the illness, that would potentially be associated with having caused something to happen that might trigger a kid to turn out with autism.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we got 2 minutes still.
And of course, the most outrageous statement of all was the hepatitis B comment from Trump, which I'm still, I've probably been traumatized for the rest of my life with that statement.
I've gotten to the point where nothing surprises me anymore coming out of
it. Just
can't make stuff up as crazy as what actually comes out nowadays.
You really can't. And, we're waiting for Idiocracy 2, the movie, to come out.
God, I love that movie. In retrospect, right? I did not realize it was a documentary.
Yeah, I know. I even hated the movie because I thought, well, this is so outrageous and over the top. They could have made it more realistic. But, man, this thing is starting to look almost tame. So.
All right, 1 minute.
All right, here we go.
Sorry about your Packers there. That was a...
We can change the world. Rearrange the world. It's time to get better.
Well, we're hoping so anyway on WMDX 92.7 John and Gordy. We want to see a healthy society, and
yes, we do.
Hoping that it does get better.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful sunshine today, highs in the mid-80s, going to be nice all day long. Right now, 55 degrees. Want to remind you, we're in a keyword hour here, and the keyword is early, E-A-R-L-Y. That's our multi-state contest for your chance for Go for the Green and Gold. It's our text-to-win contest. You could win a piece of gold jewelry and $200 cash, plus every entry gets you into the grand prize drawing. And that's for a pair of indoor club-level tickets to Green Bay versus Minnesota in November. Okay, let's get to our guest this morning. UW Pediatrics Professor Jim Conway joins us again. Jim, good to see you.
Good morning, guys. Good to be with you again.
Yeah.
So much to get to here.
There is a lot to get to. Let's just kind of talk briefly about the debate, Charlie Kirk, and and a feminist. Now, I tried to get her name. I could not find it. It's on YouTube, but the channel is The Special Relationship. It's not there that I was able to find anyway, but she did a fantastic job. And tomorrow about the same time, we'll hear the second half of that, where he gets trounced, and a little analysis by the Special Relationship host after that as well. So anyway, that's coming up. And truly, as Jim, you mentioned, no one is able to think and talk that fast.
Or process what she's saying that fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just amazing stuff. Now we're going to get to, the vaccine issue that just kind of blew everybody away and is now becoming normalized. Let me play a cut here, Jim, before we start. And I think this is the best way to start. Nancy Mace, cut 200. Let's listen to this.
All that's coming from the left, and we have to be honest and tell the truth. And I don't know if you guys have been on social media this morning, but you've got pregnant women recording videos of themselves taking Tylenol, which has now been linked to autism, and they hate Trump more than they love their babies. I mean, that, to me, it is so insane on where we are today. Like, the Democrat Party has some ownership in this, and they need to take responsibility for this. They're denying science. They're denying there's violence when they're egging it on. And we can't get past that until they recognize their role in it.
Now, I know, as bizarre as that statement is, the part that I really wanted to highlight was the fact that now this is a truism, that Tylenol causes autism. That is the damage that it's doing to society at this point. What do you think, Jim?
Well, I think that you have to worry about how people are in their echo chambers and trying to find things that mimic what they want it to say. I think that what the marker is that people are misunderstanding is that when you look at people that are ill during their pregnancy, there's certainly an increased risk that their fetus and their child may turn out to have some medical problems. And, things like Tylenol are things that people take when they're ill. And so what we're talking about really is the difference between association versus causation. Did these two things just happen to happen around the same time, or did one of them actually cause the other? And what we now know, after decades of research, is that there really doesn't seem to be any evidence that acetaminophen, Tylenol, specifically causes any kind of birth defects. It's really, when you unpack it, the other illnesses that people are taking that medication for that likely are at least associated with it. We're still, struggling to try to understand what these neurodevelopmental problems really are caused by. I think they're probably multifactorial. One of the things that we've seen out of the Scandinavian data is that there does seem to be a genetic predisposition in certain families, and then something else happens during the pregnancy that potentially sets it off. But there's no evidence at this point, that taking a particular medication is what did it. I think everybody that deals with infants and babies and pregnancy, certainly acknowledges that less is more, and that everybody wants to minimize anything that mothers are taking unnecessarily, including both illegal and legal substances. And so, that's really the key part of this, is everything in moderation. But there's no evidence at this point that acetaminophen or Tylenol is directly dangerous to either the mother or the baby.
So the illness could be the cause of autism, possible cause of autism, right?
Or at least contributing. Again, the people have been trying to figure this out for many, many years. And when it takes this long to figure something out, it usually means that it's multifactorial, that there's lots of different things that have to come together for these kinds of unfortunate outcomes to happen. And certainly it's worthwhile both understanding how it happens and also trying to figure out what you can do to help these kids live their best lives. But, trying to scare people around certain things and then potentially making them suffer, whether it's, the migraines or the headaches or the discomfort or the pain or fevers if they get ill, that seems unreasonable and unfair.
Well, it seems like what we're doing now is we're just spreading rumors, rhetoric, just, assumptions that aren't true at all, as we heard from Nancy Mace saying, that Tylenol causes autism. I mean, that's probably as simple as it can get on the right. The messaging to them, I think, is probably what's dominating the discussion, at least from the mega cult that we have out there. That's how I'm seeing it. For her to say that, it seems like everybody else on the right might be also thinking that as well. And it's a detriment to, assuming that maybe medicine can do things that, is just a normal everyday process in our life provided by doctors. This kind of discredits everybody, doesn't it, at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not as much of a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not always sure that there's truly nefarious intentions here. I think a lot of it is truly misinformation. As Einstein said, everything should be made as simple as possible, but no simpler. And, I think there's this desire to try to simplify things in a way that unfortunately does people a little bit of a disservice, because, complicated topics are complicated for a reason. And when they try to overly simplify it, maybe it makes it easy for them to wrap their brains around it, but they're really not providing useful information for people. They're just, unfortunately scaring people.
Yeah. I remember RFK Jr. recommending taking healthier foods as a way to stave off some of these viruses that are spreading throughout the country now. And of course, now to fight autism, they have recommended a vitamin. What's your input on that? What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, good nutrition is always important. And I think that it's clear that, there's a lot of people that don't get adequate and reasonable vitamins. I mean, that's part of the reason, during pregnancy, I'm not an obstetrician, but, it's common to give mothers prenatal vitamins as one of the things you give them, just to make sure that they've got all the building blocks to build the best product they can build. I mean, that's the definition of what a vitamin is. It's things that we can't synthesize ourselves, that we need to get from another source to make sure that we've got all the building blocks to keep ourselves healthy. So I certainly, wouldn't disparage the idea of a healthy, well-balanced diet that contains vitamins to be healthy for everybody. But, it's a little bit of a delusion to think that it was widespread enough deficiencies that everybody now needs to take mega doses of a particular vitamin to stave these things off.
That's right. I mean, they're saying that this vitamin will fight off autism. Now, is there any kind of basis in fact on that? I mean,
no. I mean, one of the things we do know is you may have heard of spina bifida and spinal cord defects, and those were found clearly to be related to folate deficiencies. And so now folic acid, which is a B vitamin, is now given routinely to mothers. And there's a lot of foods that are supplemented globally to make sure that people get enough folic acid so that the spinal cord and neurologic system develops properly. So that's been known for many, many years. The idea that, though, you can start taking mega doses after you're already born and having it somehow repair things is a little bit of a stretch. So, some of these things are sort of based a little bit in plausibility, and then they're sort of taken a little bit to an extreme.
Yep.
Talking with Dr. Jim Conway. He's a UW pediatrics professor. And let's get into RFK Jr. and bringing back placebo testing, right?
Yeah.
What do we have on that? I mean, why?
Let's cue up cut 173 here. All right? Let's take a look at that. This, I think, is, I don't know, probably a step backward as far as I can see. Let's listen.
Probably the worst example of malevolent malpractice has been adding all of these new products to this schedule without doing pre-licensing safety studies. So in 1986, there were 11 vaccines on the schedule. Today, a compliant child must take between 69 and 92 vaccines to stay in school in some states. And not one of them has been safety tested in a pre-licensing placebo-controlled trial. And that is just malpractice. So the people who were in charge of that are now gone. And we're going to bring people onto the ACIP panel, not anti-vaxxers. We're bringing people on who are credentialed scientists, who are highly credentialed physicians, who are going to do evidence-based medicine, who are going to be objective, and who are going to follow the science and make critical public health determinations for our children based upon the best science.
Now, from what I know, Jim, the placebo trials aren't used as often as they have been in the past. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's unethical to do so. So when this is one of those things, when you start out with something that is a completely new phenomenon and a completely new disease, and you have no idea what to do, placebo control makes sense. In other words, you give something to somebody and you give nothing to another group, and that's the way you get started. But as you then start to make progress, it becomes unethical to give people a placebo. Let's say you've got leukemia. We've been treating leukemia for decades. If you're developing a new treatment for leukemia, are you going to leave somebody with leukemia completely untreated on a placebo while you test a new drug? Of course not. You test it against what the standard of care is at that time. And so as we move forward with new vaccine developments, you give one group of people the pre-existing standard of care, and then you give the other group what the new thing is that you're trying to see. Is this an improvement? Vaccines only have two questions that you have to answer when you're developing them. Are they safe? And are they effective? And every single vaccine we have are tested in ways that both determine the safety and the efficacy. Vaccines are tested in far larger groups of people to make sure you're not missing rare side effects, because you're essentially giving things to well people to keep them well. And so when you look at drugs, those are tested in 10 or 15,000 people. When you look at vaccines, they're tested in 70, 100,000, 150,000 people, because we're so intent on making sure that they're safe. So that's just a complete misunderstanding of the scientific method and the scientific process of science, and also disparaging, people that have been vetted, were really well trained and well established scientists that really understood the scientific method. And unfortunately, a lot of them are colleagues of mine that were now dismissed. But that's a complete delusion to think that we haven't been doing these things in an ethical way to define safety and efficacy.
Well, this is bad advice. In other words.
Yeah. I mean, this is going backwards, you're right, by decades, to say that we would suddenly start depriving one group of people with a placebo, something that's been the standard of care for many, many decades.
Well, Jim, there's even one thing that I noticed is that this vitamin that they're giving for autism now is not going through any of these processes at all. They're just going to experiment on the public by giving them this vitamin to prevent autism to see if it works. Isn't that amazing? Can you hold over the commercial break here? We have a few more questions.
Sure, I'll stick around.
All right, we're talking with UW Pediatrics Professor Jim Conway. We'll come back and we'll have more for you on John and Gordy.
She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations.
All right, I want to get to the Hep B comment, which is just outrageous, and I think maybe just touch on. I don't know how you feel about this, but we're asking for extending the tax credits so people can get health care in this country. Do you have an opinion on that, Jim, at all?
I mean, anything we can do to improve people's access to health care, improves our ability to both prevent disease, but also get them treated and seen earlier before things get out of hand. So, I'm always a fan of making health care more readily accessible for everybody.
Yeah. Well, we're big fans of trying to get a universal health care plan in this country.
We could certainly use it. We were close at one point, but I think, unfortunately, it'll wait a little bit more, probably another generation at this point.
Yeah. I wanted to see it in my lifetime. I have given up on that. We'll see, though.
You have to move to another country, unfortunately, to get it.
Yeah. All right, we're going to play a little cut of Trump delaying the Hep B
169,
vaccine.
right? 169?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got about 2 minutes.
We also have somebody that is on our airwaves quite a bit on civic media, and that is Dr. Kristen Lyerly. She had an interesting short comment, a 44-second comment that she did on one of the networks. I thought it was kind of interesting, about the vaccines, about autism, Tylenol. So I thought I'd throw those in as well. You okay with that?
Jim?
I'll take whatever you got.
Okay, good. Roll with us.
Yeah. All right, 1 minute.
You're always looking at the big picture in all of this personally.
Mm-hmm.
I can respond to almost anything you throw at me.
Bright sunflowers lighting up the day, and they bring such happiness while they stay.
Try to brighten the day just a little bit with all the doom and gloom news that we have on this program. John and Gordy and WMDX 92.7.
It is 7:52, beautiful sunshine, mid-80s today, still in the mid-50s this morning. Want to remind you our Walk to End Alzheimer's is coming up. In fact, it is this coming Sunday, October 5th. You can join us at Warner Park. I'd love to have you along with us, or you can donate. Just go to our website, WMDXradio.com, to find out more information. Tomorrow on the show, by the way, we'll have Hannah Van from the Alzheimer's Association to talk more about that walk.
All right, we're talking to Dr. Jim Conway, UW professor of pediatrics, and we're getting his opinion on the brouhaha over vaccines, I want to get to Trump's comment about delaying the hepatitis B vaccine. Let's listen to this cut.
Hepatitis B is sexually transmitted. Right. There's no reason to give a baby that's almost just born hepatitis B. So I would say wait till the baby is 12 years old and formed and take hepatitis B. And I think if you do those things, it's going to be a whole different, it's going to be a revolution in a positive sense in the country.
There you go. There you go. Our acting doctor and president, Donald Trump, making whatever thing he wants to make up for public absorption. I don't know. What do you think about something like this? I mean, this is so dangerous, so ridiculous, and so out of line with actual, the medical community. What's your input on this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all need to stay in our lane, and this is again a piece of misinformation and a misunderstanding. I mean, certainly, I think hepatitis B was back many decades ago, associated as a sex, drugs, rock and roll type disease, but we have to acknowledge that some of those people then were mothers of childbearing age who then became pregnant and could transmit it. And before we started vaccinating with hepatitis B, there were about 20,000 kids who had hepatitis B before the age of 10 in the United States. And the problem with hepatitis B is if you get it as an adult, there's a chance you get it and actually clear it. If you get it as a baby, you are pretty much committed. You're going to have chronic hepatitis B. And so that was one of the most common causes of liver failure and liver cancer. I mean, that's why we cared so much about it. And, what the committee was proposing was to make sure that every mother got screened for hepatitis B, and then we knew which ones had hepatitis B, which means that we're going to then have to do a better job with prenatal care and access to medical care. And that's one of the biggest problems we have, is there's a lot of people that don't get adequate prenatal care and may acquire hepatitis B potentially unbeknownst to themselves at some point during the pregnancy. And it's at the time of delivery that it's the big issue. So they got to do a better job of making prenatal care available for everybody, if that's an approach that they even want to take.
Yeah. All right, let's get to, I know, it's jaw-dropping to think that this is the kind of device that's coming out there. He wouldn't let other doctors say this. He had to come out and say all this stuff himself. And it sounds even more ridiculous hearing him say this. But I want to play something from our own Dr. Kristen Lyerly about the autism vaccines and so on and so forth. Let's listen to what she had to say about this.
People who have family members who are taking care of friends with autism, they're suffering. They want an answer. And to give them this false hope and to somehow make it seem like it is their fault that they ended up in this situation is just so beyond shameful. And for the President of the United States to say it in the way that he said it, and then to go on and say that pregnant women should just suffer with their pain. I mean, you don't want them to have birth control. You don't want them to have abortions. You want them to get pregnant, but you don't want them to have the things that they need to be able to navigate their pregnancies safely, including hospitals in rural areas where they can deliver their babies. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
Yep. I think that just about sums it up. What do you think?
Yeah, I couldn't say it any better than that. I mean, that is all of it, packaged nicely.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being our guest again. When we have these problems, and I'm sure that RFK Jr. is not going to stop there. So the next time there's a report, we have to have you on and talk to you about all of this stuff.
Well, always happy to come back. It is respiratory vaccine season. So please, everybody, get your flu vaccine. Talk about getting your COVID vaccine. They should be rolling out pretty quickly in most of the health systems. And then for those who are eligible, RSV protection is certainly important as well. So do what you can to keep ourselves and our communities and our families healthy.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Jim. That's
Thanks,
Dr.
guys.
Dr. Jim Conway from UW Pediatrics. Appreciate him being with us. Tomorrow on the show, we'll have Lisa Bernard from the Dane County Humane Society, and we'll check in with Hannah Van. She's the senior manager of our Walk to End Alzheimer's. And again, you can go to our website, WMDXradio.com, and sign up for our Walk to End Alzheimer's, which is happening this coming Sunday at Warner Park. Hope to see you there.
My dearest Suzanne.
Okay, no,
okay,
maybe we'll bring that back tomorrow.
Done with the Southern accent.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, that's good. We should end on a high note, huh? Do we have any good news here?
There must be some.
There's a new breakthrough that could bring holograms to your smartphones. Ooh. That sounds like fun, huh?
I need to have my face planted in the smartphone more often.
And get this, a lost iPhone survives 2 months submerged in a river, and it still worked when it was returned to its owner.
Wow.
Isn't that good news?
That's really good news. They cost a lot of money.
Tom, do you have any good news to share with us with the remaining 30 seconds?
I'm talking to my siblings tonight, and we're going to have a fine time to hang out at one point in time. So that's good news. It's,
all right.
Yeah.
Very good. Stephanie Miller is coming up next. We hope you have a wonderful day.
I know I will.
Talk to you in 22 hours.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
So long.
John and Gordy Show.